Hi everyone, Eric here, the director of Rock the Stages Music School. I'm super excited to get you guys up and running and tell you more about our great program, Teacher Zone, which we use actually as a customized app that we've built to help us track progress, to help us with communication directly with teachers and admins, to help us gamify our school and have tons of fun and give away amazing prizes, as well as billing and scheduling. So this is the heart of our top rated and award winning music program. So you're definitely going to want to know how to utilize all of the great functions and features. So first off, let's go ahead and click the App Store. On the App Store, you're specifically looking for the Teacher Zone student app. Now, this is on iOS. It's also on Android. I believe on Android it might be called Teacher Zone Learn. So you're either looking for Teacher Zone Students or Teacher Zone Learn. That's the parent and student app. So you don't have to download more than one. All in one app is all you're looking for. All right, now when you've actually registered for our school, when you picked out your student and your time and everything like that, you also created a username and password, not only for yourself, but also for all the students that joined our school too as well. And then you receive an email that says, "Welcome to Teacher Zone," with your username and password. If you did not receive this email or you have trouble logging in, go ahead and give us a call or you can text us. Also, the Teacher Zone app too has a forgot password function just in case if you've ever forgotten your password and you need to reset it. All right, next up, let's go to TZ Learn. That's the app that we're really looking for. Let me go back to the home screen. All right, great. So when you guys get in here, this is what it's going to look like. At the top right-hand corner, go ahead and click the blue person icon. Now, this is the breakdown of your account. You'll see parent and student accounts all in one spot, which is really nice. First thing we're going to look at is the profile information. So let's click profile information. And from here, you'll see change photo. Now, we love when our parents and our students change their photo. It's super great for our community. It's really amazing too to put faces to names, especially as students start to do more showcases and band practices and groups and everything like that. It's really great to have that too as well. So we do highly encourage parents and students to add their photo to just build a better sense of community. Next up, we have first name, last name, username, and email. So all of that there, you can double check and change. Next up, we have payments, billing, and our store option. Now, it is required for you to have a functioning credit or debit card on file at all times. If for some reason your card expires, it's, fraud and you have to get a new card or anything like that, this is where you want to add your new card in there. You can also do this through the teacherzone.com desktop app if you prefer to put in credit card or debit card information through your computer. Next up, you can do payments and reports. This gives you a breakdown of everything payments-wise associated with your account. You can see your plans, you can see what's the name of the plan, you can see if it's actually been paid for, when's the due date, everything like that, and also the amount paid to you as well. So if you're ever looking for information about payments, that's where you can find it. Lastly, you have your change your password option. And if you ever want to change your password, you could do so there as well. Now, if you forgot your username and password for your students, you can find that information here, as you can see, and you can also change the profile for the students too as well. All right, next up, let's talk about the communication from a parent side of things. So if you go through the Messages app and you go down to Contacts, you can find our Rock the Stages Music School admin, and this is our admin team. So if you ever have any issues with billing, scheduling, anything with your account, any questions, concerns, this is where you can address them. We do require all of our current students to address us through the app. We've had quite fragmented communication in the past, and this just centralizes it and allows us to quickly, easily, and concisely respond to you as soon as possible. All right, next up, we're going to take a look at the plans and the profiles. So under profile information, you can actually see the contracts of which you signed when you signed up for our program. So if you're ever looking back on the policies and you want a better clarification on it, this is where you can find it. You can also make sure that it's been agreed to. Same thing with your other student too as well, or however many students you have. All right, now it's time for the coolest part of this app. It's logging in as a child. So I would definitely recommend your students get a version of this on their phone mobile device, tablet, whatever they have. If they don't have one, that's fine. You can always let them borrow it too as well. And here's some reasons why. So first off, at the top, there's a messages section. And with the messages, they can directly chat with their teacher, which is super cool. So if they have any questions, concerns throughout the week, they can just directly chat with the teacher. Now, admins and parents have access to this for safety, just so that you guys can monitor it. And that's super nice. Next up, we have our Rock the Stages admin. So if your student ever needs help from our admin team, they can get so directly through there. Also, when students join bands, group classes, anything like that, we usually create group chats, and this is where they can easily keep track of their group chat and chat with the other students in their class too as well, which is really great. Next up, we have our stats. So this is how much we've practiced. So down here at the bottom, there's a timer option. Whenever you practice, you want to click the start button, and when you're finished, you'll push stop. Now it creates a graph that tracks your practice over time. Parents, teachers, and admins all have access to this information, so that's great to watch progress, to see if we're going up, down in our practice time, to give students a specific amount of time to practice and shoot for, and this gives them the ability to win some super cool prizes, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. All right, next up, we have our upcoming lessons, so you can see when your upcoming lesson is, and also you can see that green icon. That is how you can jump into your virtual classroom. So if any sort of last minute emergencies come up and you're not able to make it in person, you can easily just jump into your teacher's virtual classroom by clicking that green icon. We do use Zoom, so we do require our students to have Zoom downloaded. Just keep that in mind. Once you have Zoom downloaded and you've clicked that green option, you can always just go into your teacher's chat and say, hey, Eric, I'll be on Zoom today. Definitely give your teacher a heads up just so they have a notification and they can prepare accordingly. All right, next up, this is my favorite part of the app. Definitely, without a doubt. It's the student leaderboard. Students earn points by attending practices, lessons, by performing at showcases, joining bands, logging in, attending lessons. They get points by just so many different cool ways. And here's how the points break down. You can see where you stack up with all the other students at the school. And at the end of each quarter, which is marked by our show, the day after our show starts a new quarter, that is when we give our top 3 leaderboard students some really, really amazing prizes. There's some incredible ones. Your teacher will go over them with you on the prize list, but they're totally worth shooting for. And if you're ever concerned about your students not practicing at home, engaging, wanting to come to practice, getting excited about our program, this is the best way to get them involved and excited. So we really, really highly recommend this. And if you want to look at all of the cool badges and points that you've earned, you just click myself. Here's where the badges happen. So there's badges that can be unlocked within the app, as well as badges that can be custom given from teachers to students as well. Like the hard worker badge is unlocked when you practice a certain number of minutes. Most improved, something that your teacher might assign you. The black belt is part of our Rockstar roadmap, where you can easily keep track of what level you're on, and those also equate to points too as well. If you're ever looking for a breakdown of all your points, there's a great breakdown too as well. So that is so much fun, and our students love that feature. Next up, we've got assignments. Now, I know we just talked about Zoom and if you weren't able to come last minute and you had an emergency, but if you still don't jump into Zoom, and let's say you're a no-call, no-show where you don't give any sort of heads up, your teacher will always assign you an assignment through this section of the app. So we believe that our students should always get some sort of support and something new to work on during the week, even if they can't make our lesson. So that's where we'd send you guys an assignment through that section. And whenever you can practice, that's when we'll practice. And then next up, we also offer asynchronistic lessons. So not only Zoom, not only assignments if you don't show up, but you can actually upload a video of yourself playing your instrument on whatever part you want feedback on. Click upload prior to your lesson. Go into your messages, let your teacher know, hey, I just uploaded a video of me playing my first beat to our song. And then your teacher, during your normally scheduled lesson time, can take a video, give you feedback on what you worked on, and also give you the next step too, so that when you're able to practice, you're ready to go and you have something new to work on. Like I said, we really believe on giving our students something because you guys are paying for these lesson spots, so we want to give you something for every single spot. All right, lastly, at the bottom, there's the scheduling app. Now, this is where if you want to cancel one of your lessons, you can do so up to 24 hours before your lesson. You can click the cancel option. That will bank your lesson here. Now, we allow for 2 banked lessons every quarter. Remember, quarters reset after our showcases. If you're not quite sure when a new quarter is coming up, just be sure to check our performance board, or you can also ask your teacher to as well. Now, once you've banked your lesson, you get 2 of those banked lessons every quarter. Remember also too, that's pretty generous because when you have 2 lessons every quarter and there's 4 quarters in a year, that equates to 2 months that you can miss at our school, which we feel like is more than ample as far as concerned for emergencies and things like that. So then once you do that, then you can click schedule, and here's where you can schedule with our calendar. So you can find a time on your teacher's schedule to schedule your banked lesson. And that is pretty much all of the features that you'll need to know. And your teacher will go ahead and give you some more rundown and breakthrough. Otherwise, we are super excited to start our musical journey together. Welcome to Rock the Stages Music School, the best music program, and we are so excited to rock the stages with you. Thanks, everyone.